First free throw is good, so the Islanders are on the board. Second one good as well.
Yes,
2-0, Corpus Christi on top. Bauer with another three, and he hits it. Bo Bauer gives the Mastodons a 3-2 lead.
Great job that time. Dons breaking down and look what looked like to be a 2-2-1 zone press, and Bauer stepped into that three-point shot in a great rhythm.
Back come the Islanders. IPFW going to play between man-to-man in a 3-2 zone tonight. It's Engelken with the ball. Seth Engelken now he gets it off to Brian Evans. Evans will be picked up by Malone. 7 on the shot clock. Evans got a shake and bake. Got away with the travel. Shot missed. Tap up and in. And I believe that was Lampkin. 4 points for Lampkin. It's 4-3 Corpus Christi, and they get a steal.
Just by putting a hand in a passing lane. Actually, the Islander wasn't even looking at the ball, but we hit his hand and he stole the basketball.
2 turnovers for IPFW in the early going. Engelken baseline drive, kicks it off the leg. Loose ball. It belonged to IPFW. Seth Engelken had possession, but unfortunately his arm was on the inline, or sideline as I should say. So IPFW will get the ball back. 17:52 left here in the first half. 4-3 is our score. Corpus Christi on top. IPFW trying to break an 8-game losing streak. Keon Henderson had 10 points and 8 rebounds against Western Michigan Wednesday night. Move it around. Simon in the block. Up, no good, but Davis fouled, and he'll shoot 2 from the foul line.
Good post up that time. Great position that time. Good entry pass. Good wide base on that post up, and got the opening. Just missed a shot on the foul.
They're going to call a foul on Engelken, his first, team second. Dave Simon, 68% free throw shooter, misses the first. Looking for point number 1 tonight. Junior out of Vernon Hills, Illinois, misses them both. Corpus Christi on the run. Engelken, 16-footer off the rim, no. Simon with the rebound. Back comes Byron Malone. Dons want to run, coast to coast, shot up, no. We got a pushing foul called before the shot. Lampkin picks up his first, team third. Macedons are inbounded under their own basket. Hawkins in the paint, forces a shot up, no. Here comes Evans with the ball.
That would have been a nice little time for a little jump hook. Jump hook, one of the hardest shots to block, and he has put that into his repertoire to be successful down there.
3-point shot on the way, no good. I believe that was, not sure who that, loose ball. Bauer throws it off Simons. Oh, we got a break. That ball should have gone over to Corpus Christi, but because it actually went off Dave Simons' leg. But they say no, and IPFW will inbound it. 16:43 to go here in the opening half. 4-3 our score. Corpus Christi on top. Islanders are 8-6 coming into this game tonight. Baseline, Henderson, no good, gets his own rebound, no good, gets his rebound again, off the glass and in.
Great job that time for the Gary, Indiana product, staying with it.
Got 2 offensive rebounds and a layup to boot. Don's on top, 5-4. Underneath, offensive foul.
That Malone took the charge. Great rotation, great defensive rotation that time by Malone to get in there and take the charge, get great position.
Corey Lampkin picks up his second foul, team 4th. IPFW will inbound it. Again, a new look Mastodon lineup with Byron Malone at the point, Bo Bauer playing the 2 guard. Justin Hawkins actually playing the 3, Keon Henderson the 4, Dave Simon down in the low post. Bauer in the trees. Hawkins misses the shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. The freshman from Garrett gets his first points of the night, and it's 7-4 IPFW with the lead.
And that was a great breakdown of the defense that time by the other freshman, Bo Bauer, to set Hawkins up.
Evans way up on top. He'll be picked up by Malone. Give and go ball knocked away by Henderson, picked up by Bauer. Good defense by IPFW. Henderson on fire, a three. Short. Rebound, Simon puts it up and in.
That's the advantage of having Bo Bauer play the two guard position. If he does get the basketball on a fast break easily, of course, he can bring it up the court. Traditionally, he hadn't been playing point guard for us.
Shot missed by Corey Stokes. Rebounded Simon. Here comes Byron Malone with the ball. We're nearing the 15-minute mark in a quickly played first 5 minutes here. Bauer has a ball knocked away. He'll pick it back up. Whoa, a little elbow action here. As Bailey, Travis Bailey that is, the two brothers. Hope we don't get them mixed up too much tonight. There's the ball taken away. Travis Bailey fouled by Hawkins. The shot goes in. And Travis Bailey has a chance for a three-point play.
That's a play, Mike. If you're going to foul and it looked clearly like Hawkins was setting himself up for, kind of a miraculous block, but at least we were looking at a foul. Don't let that player get that ball up on the glass and give that basketball a chance to go in for a three-point play. First
foul on Justin Hawkins, second on the team. Now he'll take a seat on the bench, replaced by Kyle Thrasher. Meanwhile, Travis Bailey of San Antonio, Texas, try to get a conventional three-point play, and he does. So we have a timeout on the floor. 14:42 left in the first half. Our score, IPFW 9, Texas A&M Corpus Christi 7. You're watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
On your mark, get set, up.
With you, 14:42 left here in the first half. Mastodons lead the visitors from the warm Southwest 9-7. This is the second half of a unique doubleheader. Earlier, Coach Arnie Ball's Fowey Dons defeated George Mason 3-0 for their second win in as many nights. Saw a little replay there. You see the Dons leaving their huddle. There's your starting lineup for Corpus Christi. Brian Evans, Travis Bailey, Seth Engelken, Derek Murphy, and Corey Lampkin. And for IPFW, Byron Malone, Justin Hawkins, Bo Bauer, Kean Henderson, and Dave Simon. Bauer double-teamed. Gets it to Malone as the Islanders break the press, or the Islanders press, and the Dons broke it. Simon, shake and bake time, kicks it out. Thrasher just inside the arc, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Corpus Christi. Evans back up top. $18 on the shot clock. Again, the Mastodons going between a man-to-man and a 3-2 zone. Pass intended for Derek Murphy over his head and over Dave Simon's head, so another turnover for Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah, Simon couldn't actually get a hand on it, and that was a good thing.
He's 6'10" with long arms. Thrasher to Malone, back to Thrasher. He's trapped near midcourt. Henderson has it taken away by Evans. Islanders 3-2, and Thrasher with a defensive gem stops the Islander fast break.
Great job, just hustling back on defense, and actually the pass came back right in arm's way.
Malone, watched by Evans. Here's Bauer on the right wing. Whistle away from the ball, and I believe it's going to be on Corpus Christi.
Just a moment ago, Mike, Thrasher was not actually in the play, but just by him hustling back and then getting the hand out there as the pass tried to go back to the middle. Great hustle job that time by Kyle Thrasher.
Foul was on Corey Stokes, his first, team fifth. Almost a bad inbounds pass, but Thrasher's able to run it down. Bauer, watched by one of the Bailey twins. Simon wants to go shake and bake with Murphy. And an offensive foul going to be called on Dave Simon. That's his second foul.
And those hurt. The touch fouls that he gets, and certainly the offensive fouls that he gets, particularly in that time. I don't even like to see him that far out on the court, and then when he's out there and working hard to get a look at the basket, but an offensive foul for him, especially picking up his second, it's not a good thing. He's
going to have a seat on the bench, replaced by senior Jim Kesnick, 6'10", out of Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Thomas Bailey in the lineup for Corpus Christi, Travis's brother, twin brother. He's got the ball. Give and go. Forced shot up. Let's see what they're going to call.
Offensive foul. Thrasher that time making another great defensive effort.
Foul was on Aaron White, who had checked into the lineup, his first, but that's 16 fouls, and we got just under 13 minutes to go. Next foul put IPFW at the foul line. Again, Texas A&M playing a little UCOA 2-2-1 trap. Malone getting some more playing time now. Pass inside, Kesnick off the glass and in. Nice feed from Byron Malone to Jim Kesnick.
Great job that time by Kess and Malone not to fight the pressure. If a guy's cheating up high, overplaying, go the other way.
Murphy cut off by Thrasher. Forces a shot up and in. Murphy's stick-to-itiveness results in 2 points. And it's an 11-9 ball game. Macedon's up by 2. Bauer, Henderson fires up a 3. Yes! Keon Henderson now with 5 points.
Great job that time breaking the press down by getting the ball in the middle. The worst place any defense wants to see the basketball, and got it to Thrasher, kicked it to Bauer, and right to Henderson for the trade.
14-9, IPFW with the lead. Evans with the ball, 13 in the shot clock, 11:38 in the game clock. Long jumper is good, a long 2 by Evans. It's his first points of the night, 14-11, the difference is 3. Malone drives, 6-footer short, rebound Evans, Islanders on the run. Travis Bailey ties the game with a deuce. 5 points now for Travis Bailey. We're tied, I'm sorry, make it a 1-point game, my mistake. 14-13 at the 11-minute mark. Too bad I can't add, Charlie. Don's up by 1. Kesnick had 13 points against Western Michigan Wednesday night. Bauer, who had 10, fires a long ball in and out. Thrasher with the offensive putback, or rebound, I should say. Give and go. Bauer for 3. No. Rebound. Corpus Christi. Travis Bailey inside, ball knocked away by Bauer. Give and go underneath. Murphy all alone lays it up and in. Derek Murphy gives Corpus Christi a lead, and IPFW calls a 30-second timeout. Let's take a break here watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
Effort certainly there, but we need a little bit better execution. We're executing in terms of getting pretty good shots, but we have to knock some of those down.
Clevenger in the game for IPFW. Inside, Kesnick, turnaround jumper, no! Henderson put back, no! Rebound, fought for and controlled.
Again, two pretty good looks, excuse me, Mike. 2 pretty good looks, but we have to execute, have to knock down those easy shots.
Travis Bailey driving on Bauer. Shot blocked by Bauer, out of bounds. Nice defensive play by the freshman from Lewis Cass High School. And we have another timeout on the floor. 9:50 to go until halftime. Our score, the Islanders 15, the Mastodons 14. Let's take a break here watching Mastodon basketball on College 56 Sports.
Hi. I was wondering if you wanted to go out maybe or something, if you had time.
I can tell by your excitable behavior and verbal faux pas that you have generalized anxiety with paranoid tendencies. It would never work.
Okay, thanks.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Back at the Coliseum, Mike Mouse, Charlie Washington, watching a pair of recently graduated Mastodons, namely Brad Noe and D'Angelo Woodall, trying to make shots from mid-court during this timeout, and neither one can hit it. That's why they both graduated last year.
A little rusty, hadn't put on the sneakers in a while, huh?
I think Brad's father, Doug, wishes they could be eligible to be on the floor right now.
Oh, those are two guys he could certainly use.
15-14 our score. Texas A&M Corpus Christi on top, and they'll inbound the basketball. Looks like it'll be Travis Bailey inbounding it to Thomas, his brother. Long three-point jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked off by Bauer. Oh, Bauer to Kesnick. Oh, if Jim could have handled it cleanly, I think he had a shot at an open three. Thrasher has it taken away. Another turnover on IPFW. Three-pointer from the corner is good by Thomas Bailey. His first points of the night. And the Islanders increase their lead to 4. Keon Henderson comes back with his second tray. 8 points for the senior.
I think they called it a 2.
Scoreboard says 18-17. Ah, yeah, they did. Coming right back, Thomas Bailey with his second 3 in a row. He now has 6. 21-16 and another turnover. Oh, looked like a good steal from way up here, but the officials, I think, are going to call Clevenger the foul.
And that last turnover that Tyler Clevenger made, kind of saw it coming. He was hedging into the trap, and I think they saw it coming as well as he.
Substitutions for both teams waiting at the scorer's table. And at the line, I believe, is Josh Irvin. First one rings in and out. We'll get one more. Hawkins back in for Thrasher for the Mastodons. Angleton and Murphy back in the lineup for Corpus Christi. One more free throw coming for Josh Irvin. That one goes down. And that makes the score 22-16 in favor of the visitors from Texas.
And very important now that the Dons start executing and getting some baskets. This score is creeping up. Went from them up 1 to now down 6.
Bauer to Henderson. Keon's played the entire first half so far. Hawkins for 3. No. Here comes Evans with the rebound and the ball. He's going to go coast to coast. Nice feed inside. Shot blocked. Either Kesnick or Hawkins. I'm not sure which.
Need to get something going to the basket. Haven't had much going to the basket, and we still haven't.
Kesnick's going to be called for the charge. Evans held his ground. First foul on Jim Kesnick. 5th on the team.
The thought was there, but that is what we need to do. Get something going to the basket in hopes of a 3-point play or at least a foul and get to the free throw line.
Islanders with a basketball. Evans. 3-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no. Hawkins tried for the rebound, but he was fouled.
Islanders foul number 24.
Murphy picks up his second foul, but that's the 7th, so Hawkins should go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
And the Dons have done a pretty good job on the boards. We just aren't able, to execute making those 6 to 8 foot jump shots.
Bring the bonus, Justin Hawkins.
Justin Hawkins, the freshman from Garrett, averaging a little over a point a game. 50% at the foul line coming in, 4 of 8. Swishes that one. That's a big point. Makes it 22-17. Chance to cut it to 4. He can make the next one. And he does. So Justin Hawkins brings IPFW to within 4 points, 22-18. Timeout on the floor, 7:55 left until halftime. Let's take a break here watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
At anything going to the basket, and if we get something going to the basket, maybe that'll open up the outside shots, but also that'll certainly get some points on the board if we go to the basket, especially there. We're in the one, we're shooting 1 and 1 every time we get fouled right now.
Players going back on the floor. Clevenger, Kesnick, Henderson, Hawkins, and Malone wearing the white home jerseys. Islanders with a basketball. Evans way up on top. He'll be picked up by Malone. Bailey, nice long jumper. That's Thomas Bailey. He now has 8 points.
A little bit of movement there, set a screen, and he came wide open for a 16-footer. And at this level, everybody can make that.
Kesnick skipped past to Malone, to Henderson. Around the horn, Kesnick for 3. Yes!
And that's what Jim Kestner's can give you. If they're going to run 3 people to trap, there's got to be somebody open, and if Jim Kestner's the guy open, shooting a wide open 3, we'll take that anytime.
The lead is down to 3, 24-21 with 7:05 to go and a half. Thomas Bailey, lob pass inside, up and in. And that is Nate Jackson, who checked into the lineup. He's got his first points of the night.
And that was a little too easy. The backside, little to no backside help, and Kestner just has to make him work a little harder than that.
Clevenger to Malone. Hawkins, Kean Henderson wants to drive baseline. Is it knocked away? It'll remain Mastodon ball. Good defense by Travis Bailey. Again, 2 brothers, Thomas and Travis Bailey.
Number 55, David Simon.
Both from San Antonio Holmes High School. Simon back in the lineup with 6:33 to go with 2 fouls. Let's see what he does. Clevenger looking for Simon. Ball off his hands. Out of bounds, turnover, Mastodons.
And that's a pretty good call. You don't like to see it, but it was indeed a good call that time. The ball did last after the deflection go off Simon.
Ryan Evans brings the ball up. 6:15 to go and a half. Islanders up by 5. In search of their 9th win of the year. Nice feed inside, shot up and in by Thomas Bailey, but they said he stepped on the end line. No basket, break IPFW.
Big break. What happens there is the most open man in basketball is the guy that sets the screen. And the Islander that set the screen that time came up wide open, and the alert player passed it right to him. He just stepped on the inline. Break, as you stated, IPFW.
Clevenger will fire from downtown, short, and we got a whistle. Away from the ball, Hawkins picks up his second foul.
Must have been a block or a hold on a screen there by Hawkins.
6th-team foul on the Mastodons. So here comes Corpus Christi once again, trying to expand a 5-point lead. Ball knocked out of bounds. It belongs to IPFW. Pass intended for Evans, a little bit long.
Once again, Simon not able to get the deflection. Break IPFW.
Bo Bauer back in the lineup, replacing Tyler Clevenger for IPFW. Byron Malone will bring it up. He met by his numerical counterpart, Brian Evans.
I think it's important to get Simon the basketball down low, get him some touches since he just got back into the game off the 2 fouls. Get him some touches down low.
Corpus Christi in a man-to-man. Kesnick wide open for 3, off the rim, no. Rebounded by Nick Jackson. Boy, Kesnick had a good look. 3-pointer missed by Corpus Christi. He tried to call timeout, was unsuccessful. I believe that was Jackson.
And we've heard quite a bit of controversy about differing opinions about whether that play should ever be allowed, calling timeout as you're in the air.
Neither team has scored in a while. It's still 26-21. Bauer for 3, in and out, no. Rebounded by Brian Evans. Here comes Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Coast to coast, Evans, offensive foul.
Great position that time by Hawkins, and I think it could have been called either. Malone, I think, also had pretty good position.
First foul on Brian Evans, player control foul, team foul number 8. So IPFW once again with a chance to cut into their 5-point deficit.
And I think they need to look inside. If there's a 3, I think it has to come off of a touch inside.
Kesnick, top of the key. They move it around. Simon double team, fires it, no good. Picked up by Kesnick. Garbage bucket, and we'll take it.
Just, no kidding, we'll take it.
7 points now for Jim Kesnick. The lead down to 3. And just like that, Travis Bailey says, no, it's not. Let's double it to 6.
Didn't quite see how he got that wide open.
No, they're calling it a 2 instead of a 3.
Yeah, it was clearly a 2.
Bauer hits a 3, however.
Wow, that might have been 3 at the next level. He was way behind the 3-point line.
28-26. Another 3-point shot up and in.
Once you get those momentum changing baskets, the Dons can't trade baskets. You have to play some good, solid defense.
Got to admit, I'm not sure. It was Irvin, I think, that had the bucket. Hawkins tries a 3. No. Put back by Kesnick. Oh, in and out. Didn't drop, but Kess is fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, that would have been a great momentum builder on the foul on that tip. If it drops for you, you're looking at a 3-point play.
Fouls on Jackson, his first, team 9th. Jim Kesnick will shoot 2. 79% foul shooter. Let's hope we don't jinx him. First free throw is good. There's a replay, Charlie. Hawkins fires the long 3. Just couldn't get it to bounce right. But there's almost a putback by Kess.
Nudge. Just a little nudge in the back.
Chance to cut to 3, and he does. Kesnick, perfect 2 of 2 at the line. Jim now has 9 points, and we've got timeout on the floor. 3:31 left until the intermission. Our score, Texas A&M Corpus Christi 31, IPFW 28. Let's take a break. You're watching Mastodon Basketball on College 56 Sports.
On your mark, get set.
Join Coach Doug Noll on College 56 for the Doug. And the men should be tipping off around 7. Corpus Christi, perimeter passing. Looking for someone cutting down underneath. Thomas Bailey misses the shot, but he's fouled and he'll shoot 2. Kesnick picks up his second, team 7th. So Thomas Bailey at the line for the first time tonight. The left-handed free throw is good.
Long, rangy Bailey.
He'll get one more chance to boost the lead up to 5. And he does. 33-28 now the score. And Thomas Bailey is in double figures with 10 points. Bauer. Henderson. Again, Corpus Christi playing a man-to-man defense. Ten on the shot clock. Oh, Simon got fouled, no call, banks it up off the glass and in anyway.
And Bailey tried to flop Simon into his third foul, but the referees did not fall for it.
4 points for Dave Simon, the lead down to 3, 33-30 at the 2.5-minute mark. Three-pointer on the way, no. Henderson almost had the rebound. Jackson picks it up instead. Fresh 35 for Corpus Christi.
Have to corral those rebounds down there. Every possession is crucial for the Dons as they are kind of short-handed.
Travis Bailey to Thomas Bailey. Left-hand shot in, out, and out. Henderson with the rebound. That was a nice sight. 4 white shirts, no blues on the glass. 2 minutes to go. Dons down by 3.
And the better side, there was a reason to be down there. There's a rebound coming.
Jackson steals it. Henderson going to call it for a reach-in foul. As Kestic tried to hit Dave Simon with the bounce pass, Jackson saw it coming.
And once again, there's the execution there. Either we need a better pass or Simon has to do a better job keeping that defender on his back.
First foul on Keon Henderson. And at the line, Nick Jackson, 1 and bonus. Makes the first. 3 points now for Jackson. Get one more. Hits that one as well. Corpus Christi shooting the ball well with the strike. 35-30 with $1:45 left. Henderson loses it off his hands out of bounds. Don't know if there was any mustard on that pass from Malone or not, Charlie.
Oh, I don't know, but it sure missed the bun. I'll tell you that. The Dons, once again, the execution just not crisp right now, and it has to be for the Dons to be successful. Of the effort has to be there, not only the effort but execution.
Engelken's back in the lineup. One of the Baileys. Travis Bailey thought about the 3. Oh, dagger in the heart. That's Tyran Mitchell, number 20, and he gets his first points of the game. Lead up to 8 with 1:08 to go. Dons need a bucket. Thrasher to Kesnick underneath. Muscles his way up and in.
I don't know how he got that through there, but he wormed it in there somehow.
38-32. Islanders up by 6. Three-pointer, Travis Bailey. No, tap up and in. However, by Jackson. Jackson now has a half a dozen. 38 seconds to go. The lead back up to 8, 40-32. Dons need a bucket, then a stop. Got to make this a 2-possession game at the break. Henderson loses the ball. Thrasher picks it up. Malone. 8 in the shot clock. In the trees. Malone off the glass and in.
Wow, that's a lot of contact there for no foul.
Big bucket. 8 seconds to go. Johnson. And now Coach Ronnie Arrow calls timeout with 6 seconds to go to set up a final shot here first half. What do you think Coach Arrow's saying to his team right now?
Well, right now we're talking momentum. If IPFW gets a stop here, the momentum swings to them. And they're like, hey, we get a bucket going in, and we need a bucket right now. The momentum swings back to us. And they're trying to set up a good shot, going to the basket and probably dishing off.
Well, they've had a lot of threes. Thomas Bailey's had 2. Travis Bailey's had 1. Mitchell's had 1. So you got 3 players there with 4 threes. Or they could try to bang it inside, but it'll be up to the Mastodons to play some tough D. Kesnick, Malone, Henderson, Thrasher, and Bauer on the floor for Doug Knoll.
And once again, this basket's very good for momentum. If the Dons get a stop here, the momentum kind of swings their way, and they can feel good going into the locker room down 6, having not shot very well at all.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Just in time, no good. So the Dons play good D for 6 seconds, and they'll head to the locker room at halftime, trailing only by 6, 40-34. Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne presents Spotlight on IPFW, an up-close look at some of the hidden treasures on our campus. Our spotlight tonight shining brightly on the IPFW Herb Center, directed by Professor Bruce Kingsbury.
This is something most people will never see.
This is a timber rattlesnake. This is our biggest poisonous snake, but it is also relatively uncommon, and it occurs in some of the forested hills of southern Indiana. This is a male, so this is a smallish male. They get quite a bit bigger than this.
Biology professor and herpetologist Bruce Kingsbury never outgrew his childhood love of creepy crawly things and has made the study of endangered reptiles and amphibians in the Midwest his career focus. That interest led him to want to start some sort of conservation center on campus. A discussion with Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs Susan Hanna resulted in him submitting a proposal for what is now one of several centers of excellence at IPFW, the Center for Reptile and Amphibian Conservation and Management, otherwise known as the Herp Center. The mission of the Herp Center is to promote the conservation and understanding of reptiles and amphibians through research, education, and outreach.
We conduct a variety of research projects on species that are endangered at some level in the Midwest, and a lot of times what we're doing is finding out about their basic ecology, what their habitat needs are, how they move around, what sort of impacts there are in terms of human activity, and then we work with agencies such as the Fish and Wildlife Service or the Department of Natural Resources to try to figure out what might be done a little bit differently to help protect those animals.
The main focus of the Herp Center's research is on endangered reptiles of the Midwest. Studies have been conducted on many species of turtles, frogs, toads, salamanders, and snakes. Today, we're focusing on the
And one change, Jim Kesnick going to start the second half for IPFW, and it'll be Corpus Christi basketball. Here we go. They're going from left to right on your TV screen. Lampkin on the alley-oop, gets it, puts it up, no! Gets his rebound, puts it up again. Now he draws the foul. I think they're going to say either Bauer or Simon hit him.
Now from here, I look to be 2 violations against the Islanders, Corpus Christi Islanders. Look to be a travel initially on the shot, and then a push in the back after the miss.
They're going to call Bauer for the foul. That's Bo's first. And at the line, making the first one, and I apologize, folks. We're way up here in the catbird seat, and Corpus Christi's numbers can't always tell which number is which. I believe that's Lampkin.
Yeah, that's 33 Lampkin.
Corey's 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Make it 4 of 4 as he gets the first 2 points of the second half for the Islanders. So it's a 42-34 game. Dons with the ball. They need a score. Kesnick, skip past Bauer, fakes the 3, drives in, 17-footer, yes. Bo Bauer with his 8th point.
And David Simon should get an assist that time, even though he didn't touch the basketball. They're sagging inside on him, and that left Bauer open too far away for the help to recover.
Lampkin stolen by Henderson. Pass intended for Engelken, picked off by Keon.
Great alertness that time by Keon.
Kesnick. Move it around the horn. Bauer. Simon lost the ball, gets it back. Again, it's twice now the Dons. If they could just hang on to the ball, they have an open shot. Looks like Murphy's going to pick up his third foul. First here in the second half.
And right now, David Simon is causing some breakdowns just by being a threat out there on the court. They have to pay so much attention to him. They're sagging in. That's leaving some open spots and shots for some of the other Don players.
Bauer. Henderson fakes the three. Just inside the arc. Fires off the rim. No. Rebounded by Lampkin. Islanders on the run. Bailey. Spin move up and in. Travis Bailey. Nice move.
Very nice move.
He's got, I believe, 10 points now. Lead up to 8, 44-36. Dons cannot let this thing get out of hand. Kesnick a fire for three off the rim, no good. Malone with the offensive board. Again, pass intended for Simon, knocked away. Dave Simon just can't seem to get a grip on the ball.
Yeah, that was a pretty good look by Malone that time. And I know there's probably no way for Simon to see that pass coming, but it was a good look.
Dave got it again. Spin move, jump hook, up and in.
Nice setup that time.
6 points now for Dave Simon. The lead down to 6 as we got near the 18-minute mark.
We need a stop here. Good defensive possession we need for the Dons.
Evans. Looking. Engelken. Inside feed. Off the glass and in. Lampkin. And now we got a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Evans.
Fortunate for the Dons, they call the foul that time because that very aggressive play, he just came and took the ball that time away from, I think it was Malone.
Second foul on Brian Evans. Second team foul. Again, 8-point deficit for IPFW. 46-38 with 17 and a half minutes to go. Henderson up top. Kesnick. Rotating. Malone a fire a three. Yes. The freshman from Indianapolis North Central gets his 5th point.
Now, we can't get into a basket trading contest. We need stops. We need to get our baskets and make some stops and make more baskets.
Engelken cut off by Henderson. Lob pass, Lampkin taken away by Henderson, and they said he stepped on the end line. Still a good effort by Keon Henderson.
Very good effort, and what the Islanders are doing, they've set that up a few times where they get IPFW the front the post, take the post up a little higher, and then they lob right over the top, and there's no backside help.
Evans, watched by Malone. 12 on the shot clock. Bailey for three, no. Kesnick with the board. And there's a stop. Now, can they convert on the offensive end? Bauer wide open, baseline fakes. Pump fake up and in.
Good.
Bauer with 10 points.
And a quick 5-0 run.
Cuts the lead to 3, 46-43. Murphy drives around Kesnick. Banks it up and in. Murphy beat both Kesnick and Simon. He's now got 6.
That time Kes got beat pretty bad. Left something on the floor, as we used to say.
High post, Kesnick. Lob pass inside. Simon will jam it. Dave Simon now, 4 points in the second half, matches the 4 he scored in the first. It's 48-45. Back comes Corpus Christi. That was Evans with a drive, went into the trees, got his 4th point.
And we didn't even get enough time to celebrate that momentum swing as they come right back and answer the bell. Now we have to come right back.
Shades of Western Michigan Wednesday night because they really were quick as cats. Simon in the block. He'll try it again. Left hand hook in and out. No tap up. No! And they're going to call Simon for over the back. Dave tried hard, had 2 cracks at it, and they said he fouled Murphy.
And that just breaks your heart that time. 2, as you stated, 2 very good looks at the basket. Then you compound that miss by coming up with the 3rd foul on Simon. But he had 2 great looks at the basket.
We've got timeout on the floor, 15:25 to go. It's Islanders 50, Macedons 45. You're watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
At IPFW, the Alumni Association does a lot more than raise money and support sports, as we'll find out on the next edition of IPFW Up Close. We'll discuss the annual Higher Education Day at the Indiana State House with the Director of Alumni Relations, the President-elect of the association, and an IPFW professor who knows firsthand what it takes to be an effective lobbyist. Join me, Jeanette Liu, for IPFW Up Close, Sundays at noon on College Cable Access Channel 56.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Memorial Coliseum. Mike Moss, Charlie Washington with you. It's the Islanders of Texas A&M Corpus Christi 50, the Mastodons of IPFW 45. 15 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second half. And Charlie, IPFW needs a spark. I don't know if it's a thunder dunk, if it's a block, if it's a steal, if it's a 40-foot shot. They need something to get this crowd into the game and get their confidence up.
Well, any spark, you know, I thought we had the spark. You mentioned the thunder dunk. Well, we had the thunder dunk, but it took about 4 seconds for Corpus Christi, I keep saying crispy, Corpus Christi to go down and score a basket. You need consecutive stops. That's what's going to win this basketball game on the defensive end, and right now we're just not getting it done in a consistent fashion.
Thrasher's in for Kesnick for IPFW. Corpus Christi skips the ball up the floor. Evans. Now they'll do a little perimeter pass. Underneath, Murphy all alone, banks it in. Derek Murphy now with 8.
Now that's just a defensive mental breakdown as well as a defensive breakdown.
Oh, turnover on Malone. Malone almost got a tee. Good defensive play by Travis Bailey. Byron Malone didn't like the call, but it goes against him, and here come the Islanders. Crunch time for the Dons. They cannot let this game get away. Murphy, ball almost stolen by Malone. Boy, Byron Malone is a wee bit hot, Charlie.
Well, hopefully maybe that'll be the spark. Maybe he'll start playing harder and making some better passes and get everybody else into the basketball game.
Travis Bailey, watched by Bauer. He'll fire an open 3. In and out, no. Simon with the rebound. Here come the Dons. Malone double teamed again. High post move. Thrasher, 12-footer. In and out, no. Malone with the offensive board. He fights his way up, forces the shot, doesn't get it, but he gets fouled and he'll shoot 2.
And that was a great job by Keon Henderson getting a fingertip on that basketball just to change direction, just enough for to deflect the basketball over to Malone.
They're going to call a foul on Seth Engelken, his second, team third here in the second half. And Byron Malone, the freshman from Indianapolis North Central, misses the first. You should see a replay, Charlie. Nice feed, Simon. Thrasher, he misses the shot, but Malone underneath.
And there's Keon getting that fingertip on the basketball.
One more free throw coming for Byron Malone. That one he hits. He now has a half a dozen. It's 52-46 with 14-18 to go, and traveling call. Dons get a break now. They scored a free throw. They made a stop courtesy of the turnover. Now can they convert?
Exactly. Hey, forced turnover, unforced turnover, whatever. We'll take the basketball, and we have to convert.
Malone, they're trying to trap him at midcourt. Bauer 16-footer, yes! Bo Bauer now, 6 second-half points. Oh, looked like Bergstrom. Eric Bergstrom had a nice block, but the official going to call a foul instead.
Mastodon foul, number 54.
Berge picks up his first. He had just checked in.
And that's okay. Make them earn it. If they, if we got point blank, basket, don't give that up. Don't let them get it up on the glass. That's not a bad foul.
Gets Lampkin at the line, I believe. And he knocks down the first. Boy, Corey Lampkin tonight, 5 for 5 at the stripe. On the year, he's a 78% free throw shooter. Knocks another one down. Boy, we get a bucket, and they come right back with a couple of free throws and negate it. 54-48. Henderson cut off at the pass. Bauer thought about an NBA three. Simon's not on the floor right now. Let's see what the Dons can do. They're looking for a score. Henderson kicks it back to Malone. 10 on the shot clock. Spin move coming up for Malone. To Thrasher. Turnaround jumper. No. Rebound Evans. 3 on 2. Lampkin off the glass and in. 4-point swing. Corey Lampkin now with 8 points in the second half.
And that's where you missed on that last possession, the go-to guy to get you that basket when that shot clock's running down. You give it to him. Hey, create something for yourself or for someone else.
Malone thought about a three. Wants to drive out Evans. Kicks it out. Henderson. Keon, pull-up jumper. No. Evans with the rebound. Scooting up the floor. Has it knocked away. Loose ball. They're going to call a kick on IPFW. Break Corpus Christi. And they'll have the ball when play resumes. But right now, we don't have time. Let's take it back. Looking at the clock. Thinking the under 12. And it's 12:50, not 11:50. So we keep it right here. Corpus Christi to inbound. They lead by 8. Shot and missed, but a putback by Lampkin as Thomas Bailey was in, missed the shot, but Corey Lampkin had the putback. Boy, he's been a big force here in the second half.
Yeah, and Simon that time got caught. Once he got the rebound, he didn't want to pick up that 4th foul, so he kind of just let him go.
Now Byron Malone double team calls a timeout. So let's take a break. 58-48, Dons trail by 10, 12:35 to go. You're watching Mastodon basketball on College 56 Sports.
That boat was all right. If she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales. You're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
I know. Might actually get done.
There's a replay, Charlie. Ball knocked away. You can see it did go off the foot. It did go off the foot, I believe, of Bauer. Either Bauer or Bergstrom. I thought it was Bauer. And so a good call by the officials.
Yeah, good call, and it could have also been a no call, and the Dons could have caught a break, got the basketball, and gone down and scored, and what if?
Well, there's still time. 12 minutes and 35 seconds to go. It's a 10-point game. And IPFW just has to put together a run. Dons haven't had a run in a while.
They've had the opportunities. They've had the turnovers or missed shots by the Islanders, but they just haven't executed and converted, in some cases, some easy shots.
It'll be Mastodon ball. If they can get... And now a foul away from the ball, and I think they're going to call Thomas Bailey. For Bailey, that's his first, team 4th. Clevenger in for Malone. And Hawkins in for Eric Bergstrom. Simon's in the ball game too. Bauer double teamed, and he smart move. Smacked it off the leg of Seth Angleton, so the Dons have retained possession. It looks like Corpus Christi's doing a lot more midcourt trapping.
Well, and we're playing right into their hands. We're going over to the sideline. We cross half court, and then we stop, and we have the half court line and the sideline. So it's a 4-on-1 trap.
Bauer up top to Clevenger, looking for Simon in the post. Dave's got it, moves left, forces his way up. No good, but he draws the foul. It's one of those coulda, woulda, shoulda, why not?
Well, we need those to fall, but at least we're going to the free throw line with an opportunity to add some points on the scoreboard.
Thomas Bailey picks up his second foul in 26 game seconds. Dave Simon at the line for 2, makes the first. We see a replay here. Shake and bake for Dave. At least he was aggressive and forced his way to the hoop.
And a great job holding that pivot foot.
Gets the friendly bounce on the second free throw. Dave now with 10 points. And the lead down to 8, 58-50 as we near the 12-minute mark. Evans, baseline drive, past Henderson, off the glass and in. Brian Evans now with a half a dozen.
And any coach at any level, don't give up the baseline. Get there, plant your foot on that baseline so the player can't get through.
Clevenger throws a wayward pass. Evans skips it out. Bailey, three-pointer. And that was Travis Bailey.
And that one hurt.
Right now, Corpus Christi trying to throw the knockout punch. Simon gave up the 2. Inside, Hawkins all alone. Reverse layup is good.
Great look that time by Bauer.
Justin Hawkins with a half a dozen. The lead is 11. Shot missed. Simon with the board. Outlets at the Bauer. 1-on-2. What does Bo do? Holds up momentarily. Drives baseline underneath. Shot no. Ball goes out of bounds. Oh, got a break. Thought it went off Simon's hands. They say it went off Evans's instead. Timeout on the floor. 11:04 left. Score. Texas A&M Corpus Christi 63, IPFW 52. You're watching Mastodon Basketball on College 56 Sports.
An opportunity for the Dons to get back into the basketball game, and they've done some things to edge towards that. Hey, give the Islanders credit. They've answered the bell and thrown punches, and they're getting close to that knockout punch, as you stated a little bit ago.
Well, let's see if they can weather the storm. Bo Bauer, Keon Henderson, Tyler Clevenger, Justin Hawkins, Dave Simon on the floor for IPFW. And it'll be their basketball. Mitchell in the game along with Aaron White. Inbounds pass comes to Clevenger. Some other substitutions as well. Corey Stokes in the lineup for A&M Corpus Christi. Big possession for the Dons. Clevenger looking for Simon, can't find him. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, however. Bounce pass. Oh, reach in foul. Let's see who they call it on. Murphy or, yeah, they're going to call it Derek Murphy for his 4th foul.
And right now, the Islanders are doing a pretty good job fronting and moving around with Simon. The Dons have to have somebody knock down an outside shot and or create something for themselves.
Clevenger drives baseline, triple team, forces a shot up, no. Loose ball, who's got it? Bauer gets it. He'll drive baseline where he's double teamed. Kicks it off to Simon, who misses a jumper. Hawkins fights for it, comes back to Dave Simon. Inside, Henderson lays it up and in.
Good creation. That's not really what we were thinking of in our mind, but good creation that time by Simon to Keon.
Found the open man underneath. It's down to a 9-point single-digit deficit. We're near the midway mark of the second half. Turnaround jumper, no. Simon with the board. Here come the Dons on the offense. Henderson to Hawkins. Boy, he had an open look for a 3.
his footwork. He wasn't set to shoot the basketball.
Well, that's something that they worked on in Kalamazoo. Catch and shoot. Henderson misses the three. Rebounds by Corpus Christi. Mitchell underneath, all alone for the moment. Shot up and in. And I'm not sure who it was, to tell the truth.
Murphy.
Okay, thank you. 65-54. Bauer for three, yes. Bo Bauer, 9 points in the second half, 15 in the ball game. That's 65-57. Missing the shot, loose ball. Hawkins comes down with it. 1 and out for the Islanders, that time down.
Bauer's doing a very good job from the two-guard position. I'm not sure, we may be a more effective team with him at the point, but he's doing a very good job at that two-guard spot.
Clevenger. Oh, I think the pass was intended for Henderson, but Simon kicked it off instead. Laid it in.
Does he get a steal and a bucket for that?
The lead down to 6, 65-59 with 8:38 to go. Mitchell. Working around, three-point shot up, no good by White. Rebounded to IPFW. Here come the Dons. Crowd into it now. Henderson, pull-up jumper. No! Hawkins with the offensive board. Brings it back out to reload.
And the score here could be that consecutive run that we were talking about on the offensive end as well as the stops on the defensive end.
Nice pick by Hawkins. Clevenger takes it to the hole. No good, but they're going to call a foul on Thomas Bailey.
And I think they were calling no shot, even if that had fallen.
Third foul on Thomas Bailey, but it's a 7th team foul, so it's 1 in bonus. Tyler Clevenger will shoot. Malone back in the lineup for the Dons. Wholesale changes for Corpus Christi. We'll get them as we can. Travis Bailey back in. Nick Jackson back in. Tyler Clevenger, the sophomore from Winchester High School. Clev on the year, 47% at the foul line, and there's an example why. Missed it. Dons need to play some D. We're at the 8-minute mark. They're down 6, 65-59. Lob pass stolen by Simon. Good D again. Now can the Dons convert? Malone. You got 2 point guards in the ball game right now. Malone and Clevenger. Nice pick by Kess. Bauer's going to fire a three. Yes!
Great job by Bo Bauer. And if you count him, you got 3 point guards in the basketball game.
And Ronnie Arrow says, let's call a timeout, boys. Corpus Christi calls it with 7:36 to go. It's a 3-point game, 65-62. Learn more about Mastodon Sports by tuning into Mastodon Spotlight each Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday here in College 56. Here's truly Mike Miles reviews the recent sports activities. We look at game footage and we visit with coaches and players. That's Mastodon Spotlight Wednesday and Fridays at 11 o'clock and Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. right here on College 56 Sports. Dons are back into it, Charlie. They're weathering the storm. Now, can they pull it off?
Well, they've done what we've been talking about the last few minutes. Some consecutive stops as well as some scores.
You see Clevenger not afraid. He took it to the rack and drew the foul. Unfortunately, couldn't hit the free throw.
Exactly, and we talked about that at our last telecast. The missed 1-and-1s are almost the same as a turnover. And if you count the 2 free throws there that he could have had, we're looking at a 1-point basketball game.
Evans, top of the key. Perimeter passing. Islanders up by 3, looking for more. Bailey, baseline type ball, not going right back in for Torres break for the Islanders. 12 on the shot clock. Evans kicks it out. Ball taken away by Kesnick. Good D by the Dons.
Great help for the second time on that sequence of plays by David Simon.
Here comes Malone, under 7 minutes to go. Dons trailing by 3. Nice pick by Kess. Malone in the trees, forces it up. Count it, he's fouled!
That's That's a great forced shot that time by Malone, but we'll take it, and here's an opportunity to tie up the basketball game. Just like that, the Dons right back in it, but they've gotten back in it on the defensive end, as we stated a few moments ago.
Well, they called that foul on Murphy. I had him for 4 already, but maybe they're only showing him 4 right now. In any way we go, Malone with a chance to tie it up, and he misses it. Crucial miss for Byron Malone. It's still a 1-point lead for Corpus Christi.
Free throws have flagged the Dons. They played very well in this building, and the games that they've lost, they can look right at the stat sheet and point to the free throw line in some of those games they've lost, particularly the close.
Nearly a travel. Shot up, missed. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's off of Bauer last as Josh Irvin missed the jumper. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Time to catch our breath. 6:32 to go. It's the Islanders 65, the Macedon 64. You're watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
Did you know IPFW has its very own pet baseball?
Corpus Christi, the Dons refusing to give up.
Right, and there's so many intangibles, you know, Mike, and the Dons are doing some of those intangibles. But any game, you look at 3 particular areas in any stat sheet: free throws, turnovers, points off turnovers, that counts, that goes together, and rebounding.
You saw the replay, and it was a good call by the official. Irvin fired up the shot. It went off the fingertips of Bo Bauer. Good call. It is Corpus Christi's ball underneath their own basket. It's a good unit right now with Kesnick, Simon, and Bauer playing down low. Malone and Clevenger up top. Evans with the basketball. He's going to move it around, looking for a cutter. Ball nearly stolen. Bailey, Thomas, in and out, no, rebound fought for, Bauer gets it to Simon, good play, Bo Bauer. Dons can take the lead this time down.
Bauer's doing it all.
Now it's pass to Malone. Malone playing well in the second half. Kesnick thought about a 3. Gives it to Bauer instead. Bauer saying, get away from me, Irvin. 8 in the shot clock. Clevenger shaking big time. Malone going to have to pop one up. Forces it up way short. Shot clock violation. Malone got himself into a corner and couldn't get the shot off. Good defense, Corpus Christi.
And then once again, that's where you miss that skilled player or players at those wing positions that can create their own shots. And I know Coach Knoll's going to work pretty darn hard this offseason getting some players in that will be able to create their own opportunities.
Irvin up top to Evans. Back to Josh Irvin. Well, 2-man game, Evans and Irvin right now. 12 on the shot clock. Evans, watched by Clevenger. Baseline drive, shot up, no, in and out, no, rebound, brought more by Kesnick. To Clevenger to Malone, here come the Dons, another crack at taking the lead.
The Islanders are trying to cooperate with us, Mike, and to give us some opportunities, and we have to take them.
Bauer, baseline drive, forces it up, no good. Kesnick to Simon, knocked away. Here come the Islanders, 4-on-3. Whoa, maybe a travel. Instead, Evans is going to go to the line. I think he was fouled by Clevenger. I kind of thought he traveled before he got fouled. Second foul on Ty Clevenger, team 4th.
I thought it could have been a foul down at the other end on Simon. He didn't complain much, so it might have been a pretty clean play.
Brian Evans at the line. He's a 72% free throw shooter coming in. It's his first trip to the line tonight. 6-footer out of Dallas, Texas. Left-hand free throw, in and out, no good.
That's a good way to jinx him. A great 71% shooter. Doesn't miss much. Maybe jinx him again.
Keon Henderson in the lineup for Bo Bauer. Bowers had a great second half. He's got 9 of his 15 points in the second half. Or I'm sorry, 12 of his 18 points in the second half. Another free throw by Evans. That one's good. 7 points now for Evans. 66-64. It's a 2-point Islander lead. Clevenger now gets it over to midcourt. Kesnick. Clevenger for 3. No. Rebound Evans off the back of the iron.
That would have been a big one.
4:18 to go. Islanders up by 2 with basketball. Crowd here howling defense. Evans up top. Three-point shot on the way by Bailey. Oh, no. Travis Bailey with another 3, his 3rd of the night. That hurt. It's 69-64 as we're under 4 minutes. Now the Dons got to score this possession. Simon has it knocked away. Malone picks it up. Used up the dribble. Henderson drives baseline, kicks it out. Inside Simon, jump hook time, yes! Simon now with 14 points. Lead down to 3 with 3:23 to go. Oh, they're going to call. Traveling call! Break the Mastodons. Ronnie Arrow beside himself on the Corpus Christi bench. He thought Clevenger should have got called for a foul. Timeout on the floor. 69-66 our score. Corpus Christi on top. You're watching IPFW basketball on College 56 Sports.
Leaving the first dress up in their Mastodon gear and take the layup.
As you see the Mastodons hustling down to play some D. Evans thought he was fouled, and the officials called it traveling instead. Charlie, I think the Dons might have gotten a little break. I kind of thought from up here that Clevenger reached in, but, you know, thank Santa Claus in the striped shirt because he gave a Christmas present.
Well, one had jump ball and the one had traveling, and so I don't know where the possession arrow is right now going to the Dons.
To IPFW.
And we still have it because we got to travel, so it's certainly, as you stated, a gift. Now we need to take advantage of that gift.
Kesnick back on the floor. Kesnick, Simon, Bauer, Malone, and Henderson for IPFW. Kesnick will inbound it. Don't move the feet, Jim. Well, Malone gets it. Thought he was hacked. No call. They're trapping. Throw it away. Nearly thrown away. Kesnick gets it. Now it's thrown away. Bailey, uncontested jam. Travis Bailey. That hurts. Lead up to 5. Henderson. He's double teamed. Boy, trapping defense now by Corpus Christi. Simon underneath. Blocking foul called. Dave Simon will go to the line, shoot 1 and bonus.
And a lot of those turnovers, Mike, have a great deal to do with where we're picking the basketball up. The trap is there, and when you can't look over the trap and you can't go back because of where you pick the basketball up, but the sidelines also serving as extra defenders, makes it awful tough to get off a good pass, and that's what's been happening to the Dons against this trapping defense by the Islanders.
Fouls on Corey Lampkin, his 3rd. Simon knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll get the bonus. Dave with 15 points, 11 here in the second half. Make it 16 and 12. 2 crucial free throws made by the junior from Illinois. 71-68, 2:48 to go. Dons trail by 3. Evans with the ball up top. Dons in a 3-2 zone right now. Long 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Simon as White missed the tray.
Big possession right here. I'd look inside to the big guy.
Malone. Bauer to Henderson. Simon on the wing. Up top to Malone. Give and go time. Malone to Simon. Baseline drive. Shot off the glass. No. Oh, no. They're going to call an offensive foul. They're calling Dave Simon for the offensive foul, his fourth, with 2:12 to go. Doug Knoll, livid.
And it looked like the Islander defender was way underneath the basket, but in the college game, you'll get that call. Certainly in the pro game, that definitely wouldn't be a foul. Not on Simon, anyway.
Travis Bailey with the ball. Don staying in that 3-2 zone. Barneri taken away by Bauer. Fight for a loose ball. They're going to call a jump ball. I think. Oh, they say Corpus Christi had possession and called a timeout. 30-second timeout called with 1:52 to go.
That has to be a jump ball.
Start play just yet, and now Simon comes on the floor.
I'm not sure which Islander that was, but give them credit for having the presence of mind to call the timeout as they felt they had possession.
Evans, White, the Bailey brothers, and Lampkin on the floor for Corpus Christi. Evans with the ball. Travis Bailey. Bounce pass to his brother, Thomas. Back to Travis. Shot clock violation. In and out. Oh, they're going to count the three at the shot clock violation. Holy cow. I think it was Travis. Bounce pass to his brother, Thomas. Back to Travis. Shot clock violation. In and out. Oh, they're going to count the three at the shot clock violation. Holy cow. I think it was Travis Bailey that fired that one up. Talk about daggers in the heart.
No kidding.
Henderson in the trees. Kick ball. Reset the shot clock. 1:15 to go. Mastodons with the ball. Oh, what a shot. Three-point shot as the shot clock went off.
Is that one of those plays that you can review?
Not sure. IPFW calls a 60-second timeout. Let's take a break as well. 74-68, Islanders by 6. You're watching Mastodon basketball on College 56 Sports. Charlie, that three-point shot, I said to you off air, I thought it was a shot clock violation, and then to make matters worse, memories of the SEMO finish. That shot hit the front of the rim, the back of the rim, rolled around, and then dropped in.
Well, I don't know if it's one of those plays that could be reviewed, but from where we're sitting, it'd be a long way to come look at it.
IPFW will inbound it. They have to score this possession. Down 6. Malone near midcourt to Kessler, Bauer rather. Inside to Simon, off the glass and in. Dave Simon with the left-hand shot.
And it looked like that was quite a bit of contact. Could have been called a foul as well.
74-70 at the 1-minute mark. Don's gonna have to, well, it's gonna be a tough call here. It's a 2-possession game under a minute. How long, how much time do you let go off the clock? 15 in the shot clock. There's about a 30-second differential. 10 in the shot clock. Ball nearly lost underneath. Shot no good. Rebound by Malone. Good deep on the Dons. 32 seconds to go. They need 2 scores. Henderson calls 30-second timeout.
But we're sitting up here, and Coach knows that a lot more experience and success than we've had.
Well, you're right. I think, I don't know if Corpus Christi is going to be looking for IPFW to take the 3, but to me, take the first open shot you've got, whether it's a 2 or a 3. If it's open and you get a good look. Good hustle by Malone there, running down that ball to give IPFW this possession. Good look at the crowd here. Good crowd here tonight at the Coliseum. Basketball team rather trying to emulate what the volleyball team did that's come away with a victory. Bauer on the inbounds. Malone, Keshnick for three! No! Ball out of bounds, what's the call?
Should be a foul on Corpus Christi, and Bauer should be heading to the free throw line, which is, hey, we'll take that. An opportunity to put 2 points on the board without that clock moving. Oh, Simon. I thought Bauer was fouled.
Foul is on Murphy. He fouls out with 21 seconds to go. Unofficially, Derek Murphy with 10 points tonight. Dave Simon at the line. 2 shots, or is it 1 and 1? It's ninth team foul. Ninth team foul. That's what the officials are checking too. Let's see. Is that Thomas Bailey in? Thomas Bailey in for Corpus Christi. Thomas, Travis, Bailey, both of them there. Evans, White. Free throws. Simon, good.
Hey, on that last possession, Mike, we couldn't ask for a better shot right there. As you see it right there, that's who you'd want, shooting a three-point shot.
Big free throw here. He misses it. Still a one-possession game. Lankin with the rebound. 74-71. Now Simon fouls.
That was very close to
Dave's
travel.
5th foul. Wrong person to foul. So Simon fouls out with 17 seconds to go. Great second half for Dave Simon. 15 points. Ends up with 19 for the night. Interesting call. That was only the 6th team foul, so no bonus. No bonus. With Simon fouling out, Doug Knoll has 30 seconds to make a decision, and Justin Hawkins will come in. Now, I only have 16 fouls. I could be wrong. If it's 16 fouls, it'll be an inbounds pass and not a free throw. And now the officials are going over to Larry Andrews, the official score, and it is. It is no free throws. It'll be an inbounds pass with 17 seconds to go.
Well, the foul's not that bad with Simon fouling out, because at this point you're looking to take 3-point shots. So it's not that awful of a foul that he's not in the game right now, because you're going to have to get at some threes and make some threes right now.
Travis Bailey to inbound, watched by Bo Bauer. Here we go, 17 ticks of the clock left. Evans, and he's fouled by Malone. Boys, lucky he didn't get called for an intentional foul. Or is it Bauer? Not sure.
Macedon's foul, number 20, Bauer.
Bauer picks up his second.
Yeah, you have to make it look as if you're going for the basketball. Everybody knows that you're trying to foul, including the referees, but you at least have to go make a play on the basketball.
Doug Knoll calls his final 30-second timeout with 15.8 seconds to go. Rolling the dice here because he has no more timeouts to go. Now you can do more than just sit on the sidelines. Participate in the excitement of Macedon Athletics by joining the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy athletics-related special events, priority access to tickets, and more. To learn about the Royal Dons Club, call 260-481-6643. You can write to the Royal Dons Club at 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Or you can go to the IPFW Athletics website at www.ipfw.edu/athletics. 74-71, Texas A&M Corpus Christi with a 3-point lead, 15.8 seconds to go. Brian Evans at the line. As we said earlier, he came into the game hitting 72% of his free throws tonight. He is 1 for 3. I'm sorry, he is, 1 for 3. Big free throw here. Left-handed free throw on its way. No good! Hawkins with the rebound, and he's fouled!
That's a break. That is a break. 1 second, 1.6 seconds goes off the clock, and you got a chance to put points on the board once again without that clock moving.
Corey Lampkin picks up his 5th foul. So he fouls out with 14.2 seconds. Also, that was the 10th team foul, so Hawkins will shoot 2. Justin Hawkins, the freshman from Garrett High School. On the year, Hawk only went to the line 8 times coming into tonight, hit 4 of them, but he's 2 of 2 tonight. And now Ronnie Arrow uses a 30-second timeout. That leaves him with 1. Oh, the wheels are spinning, Charlie.
Well, right now, you have to make these 2 free throws, and now if you make these 2 free throws, you foul, you still got a 1-possession basketball game.
Does this remind you of a game we did earlier in the year with Moorhead State? 4.2 seconds to go after we had the hassle as whether it was a deuce or a 3. And then coming back when I believe it was Terry Collins was fouled, made the 2 free throws, and ultimately the Dons won by 3. This time we're hoping that Hawkins can make the 2 free throws and we can come up with a steal.
Right. Well, the Dons have had the opportunities. You have to just take advantage of those opportunities that are given you, the effort, and once again, the execution. We've had the effort for most of the night, but our execution at times has been lacking.
Here we go. Justin Hawkins on the night. Hawk, 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 free throws, but he's got 2 big ones right here. Misses the first. That hurt. Now he must make the second. He must make the second. That one hurt.
Yeah, now you got to still foul and hope that they miss now.
Second one. That one. No good. And the rebound is by Corpus Christi, and Kesnick is forced to foul as Jackson will go to the line. But he will only shoot 1 and 1. Kesnick, that's his 3rd foul. So Nick Jackson goes to the line. Clevenger in for Kesnick for IPFW. Jackson, a 63% foul shooter coming into the game tonight. 1 and bonus. Dons need to block out. Shot up. Oh, got the friendly roll.
And once again, if we don't pull this one out, and it's looking like a pretty hard way to go of it, look at the free throw percentage.
Second free throw. That's no good. Hawkins with the rebound. Dons need to score twice. 10 seconds to go. They don't need a 3. Malone in the lane, lays it up and in. Wait a minute. Before the shot he was fouled. What are you doing? Evans picks up his 3rd.
Well, if that's the case, if I were Doug Knoll, I'd lobby for a couple more seconds on that clock.
Malone will go to the line for 2. Has to make them both. Here's the first. Good.
I think that clock went a second or 2 longer when we thought he was going all the way to the basket, but I think the foul was called before.
Second free throw coming for Byron Malone. That's good. 75-73. Kesnick in for Clevenger. Defense, offense. 5.4 seconds to go. Dons need a steal or a quick foul and hope. Evans trying to get the ball in. Gets it in. Henderson has to foul Travis Bailey in a heartbeat. For Keon, that's only his 2nd foul. Comes with 4.7 seconds to go. And again, it's only the 9th team foul, so it's 1 and 1 for Travis Bailey. Bailey, however, the leading free throw shooter on this Islander club, he is hitting 83% of his free throws. Corpus Christi pulling everybody back except Bailey on the defense. 4.7 seconds left. Key thing, Charlie, he can't make them both. If he does, it's almost impossible to come back. But if he misses this first one and we get the ball, who knows?